Have you ever felt like your mind isn't failing but simply being muted, like your thoughts are there, but the signal is weak? You reach for a word and it slips away. You forget why you walked into a room. You lose track of what you were just thinking. Society tells you this is normal, a side effect of aging or stress. But that's the first lie. These are not random lapses. They're signs that an energetic connection inside you has dimmed. Your mind isn't broken. It's waiting to be reactivated. There is a physical point in your body, a biological switch, that can reboot your mental clarity when it's awakened in the right way. This isn't new science. It's ancient knowledge that nearly vanished, preserved through symbols and teachings of the Egyptian god of wisdom, Thoth, who understood how energy flows through the human body and how memory is far more than stored information. It's a living stream of consciousness. Thoth saw the human being as a divine instrument, perfectly designed. The body was not just flesh, bone, and organs. It was a sacred circuit, filled with power points that could connect human awareness to the universal mind. When these circuits are open, we experience clear focus, creativity, and inner peace. When they're blocked, we feel confusion, fatigue, and forgetfulness. Thoth's teachings describe these points as portals, gateways where physical touch, vibration, and intention can awaken sleeping energy and reconnect us to higher intelligence. What modern culture calls decline is often just energetic disconnection. You don't need to fight your mind. You need to remind it who it is. One of these portals sits right at the top of your head. If you imagine a line running from ear to ear, and another from your nose to the back of your neck, they meet at the crown of your skull, at a small soft dip. In ancient traditions, it's called the crown chakra, the Sahasrara, the thousand-petaled lotus. In acupuncture, it's known as GV20, but you can think of it simply as your personal antenna, a channel that connects you to cosmic intelligence. Activating it is like turning on a light switch in a room that's been dim for years. Suddenly your thoughts sharpen, your memory feels clearer, and your awareness expands. Ancient mystics experienced this through intuition. Modern science is beginning to confirm it. Neuroimaging studies have shown that gentle stimulation of this area increases blood flow and oxygen to the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and higher reasoning. In simple terms, you are feeding energy back into your command center. To awaken this point, you don't need anything mystical or expensive. All you need is something natural, something that carries the resonance of life itself, a wooden spoon. Wood is an organic material that once lived, and it holds the stable frequency of the earth. Unlike metal, which can create sharp, erratic energy, or plastic, which is inert, wood harmonizes with the body's subtle field. Using the back of the spoon, gently tap the very top of your head. Do not hit hard. Soft, rhythmic tapping is what creates the magic. Think of the gentle beat of a drum in a sacred ritual, not noise or pressure, but vibration. Do it for about a minute while breathing slowly. As you tap, keep your awareness on the rhythm and silently affirm, I am awake, I am clear, I am here. Feel the subtle waves moving from the top of your head through your body, like ripples spreading through still water. This is energy responding to intention. You are signaling your nervous system to wake up, to shift from survival mode into awareness, to move from fear into creation. What you are doing is simple but profound. You are awakening the upper portal of consciousness. The mind begins to come alive, like lights flickering back on after a long night. But clarity isn't only about awakening. It's also about quieting the inner noise that clouds perception. So there is a second point, a second switch that calms the storm of thoughts and anchors your energy. It is located between your eyebrows, slightly above the bridge of your nose, in the smooth area of your forehead. This is the Yintang, often called the third eye, where the crown opens you upward to divine awareness. This point turns your focus inward, into the stillness at the center of your being. When stimulated, it slows mental chaos and draws the scattered pieces of your attention back into one clear center. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is said to calm the Shen, the spirit or consciousness that lives in the heart. When the Shen is agitated, you feel restless, anxious, and unfocused. When it is calm, you feel grounded, alert, and at peace. To activate this point, you can use the same wooden spoon or your fingertips. Gently tap the area between your eyebrows in a slow, steady rhythm for 1 minute. Your touch should be light and relaxed, like knocking softly on a sacred door. As you do it, breathe evenly and focus only on the soundless rhythm of your touch. You might notice your thoughts start to slow down, as if the inner static is fading away. You may feel a sense of pressure, warmth, or a quiet pulse behind your forehead. That's energy awakening. Whisper inwardly, I am calm. I am centered. I am still. Imagine your mind as a lake. Each tap smooths the ripples until the surface is perfectly still and reflective. You are no longer chasing thoughts. You are observing them from peace. Now that the upper and front portals are open, there's one more point that completes the circuit. The back of your head, in the small hollow just below the base of your skull and above the top of your neck. This is the Fengfu point, also known as GV16 in Chinese medicine. If the crown receives energy and the third eye directs it, this point releases the tension that blocks it. It is the grounding outlet of your brainstem, the place where physical stress and survival tension tend to collect. Activating it clears the path for energy to flow freely between the brain and the body. Using the same wooden spoon, tap lightly in that hollow space for 1 minute while breathing slowly. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your jaw unclenched. You might feel the vibration travel down your spine. This is your nervous system releasing held energy, unwinding patterns of tightness that have kept you in fight or flight mode. As you tap, think, I release, I allow, I flow. Together, these 3 points form a sacred triangle of awakening. The top of the head connects you upward to the infinite. The forehead brings clarity and focus inward, and the back of the head stabilizes and grounds the current of energy so it can flow through your whole being. When you activate all 3 in sequence, you are literally tuning the instrument of your consciousness. The scattered signals of the mind begin to align. Your energy field reorganizes, and what felt foggy becomes sharp. The process is simple, yet the effect can be profound. It's not just physical, it's vibrational. You are retraining your body to communicate with the universal intelligence that built it. Practice this sequence once or twice a day, morning to awaken your clarity, and evening to dissolve the noise of the day. The full sequence takes only a few minutes, a minute for each point, a few slow breaths, and a clear intention. You don't need to believe in anything supernatural for it to work. You just need to be present. Energy follows attention. Each gentle tap is a reminder that your awareness creates your reality. The wooden spoon is simply a bridge, a conductor between your intention and your nervous system. Over time, you may notice sharper recall, calmer emotions, easier focus, or simply a sense that your mind feels online again. Subtle changes mean it's working. If you ever feel overwhelmed or distracted, even 1 minute on any of these points can reset your mental state. The key is gentleness, rhythm, and breath. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Let the vibration speak for you. If you have a sensitive spot, use only light fingertip pressure or rest your palm there instead of tapping. The point is awareness, not pressure. The body listens when the mind is quiet. Every ancient tradition, from Egypt to China to India, taught some version of this same truth. The human being is not separate from the cosmos. The same energy that moves stars also moves through your breath and your heartbeat. When you learn to communicate with that energy, you stop being a victim of forgetfulness, stress, and distraction. You remember that consciousness is not confined to your skull. It's a living field that extends beyond it. Memory is not stored. It is streamed. Attention is not forced. It is allowed. Your mind does not need fixing. It needs remembering. What you awaken through these gentle rituals is not something new, but something ancient inside you. You are restoring the natural conversation between your body, your breath, and the universe that created both. That's why this simple practice, 3 points, soft rhythm, wooden spoon, steady breath, can transform how you think, feel, and perceive. The crown receives light. The third eye reflects it inward. The back of the head anchors it into your body. Together they form a triangle of clarity, peace, and energy flow. As you finish the practice, place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply once more. Feel the warmth in your chest, the quiet in your mind, and the subtle hum of life running through you. Whisper to yourself, my mind is not broken. My energy is awake. My awareness is clear. And in that moment, you will understand what Thoth meant when he said that remembering is the highest form of wisdom. The moment when the divine mind remembers itself through you, energy begins to move through you like a living current, descending from above your head and flowing forward through your body. It lights your mind with clarity, fills your heart with peace, and awakens something ancient within you. Yet this is only the beginning. For this flow to become complete, for this light to move through every cell and layer of your being, one last step remains. It is the step that weaves everything together, the one that transforms simple awareness into a unified field of living energy. Slowly, lift your hands to the sides of your head and place your fingertips on your temples. Feel those soft, pulsing spots slightly above and behind the corners of your eyes. In acupuncture, they are called Taiyang points. Physically, they help relieve tension, clear headaches, and support vision. But beyond their medical use, they are powerful gates of balance, energetic regulators that link both sides of your brain. They control how you see the world outside and how you process the world inside. When both points are gently stimulated at the same time, something profound occurs. The two hemispheres of your brain, often divided by the demands of modern life, begin to communicate again. You build a bridge of light, a golden arc connecting your logical and intuitive selves. The left hemisphere governs structure, language, and reasoning, the part of you that measures time, plans, and calculates. The right hemisphere governs imagination, intuition, emotion, and creative vision, the part that feels, senses, and dreams. Most people live trapped in the left, forced by culture and routine to prioritize thinking over feeling, data over presence, control over flow. This creates imbalance, a quiet fragmentation that makes life feel mechanical and disconnected. By awakening the temples, you restore harmony. The mind and heart become partners. Logic begins to move with intuition. Thought merges with emotion. The two sides start to dance again, perfectly in rhythm, like twin wings rediscovering how to fly. As you hold your fingers there, imagine what you have already drawn upon your head. Earlier, you activated the point at the top, connecting yourself to the divine source above, the sky, the heavens, the infinite intelligence. Then you activated the point between your eyebrows, the Yintang, focusing your awareness inward toward your center and your soul. Now, by awakening both sides of your head, you complete the cross of energy. A vertical line connects you to heaven and earth, and a horizontal line connects your inner and outer worlds. Together, they form a radiant cross of light, one of the oldest symbols known to humanity. You stand at its exact center, the still point where all lines meet, the place where spirit and matter merge, where heaven and earth find balance within you. This is not a symbolic idea. It is a real energetic structure. You have just assembled the framework of your own inner temple. The circuits of consciousness are open, the pathways clear, and your brain hemispheres are now communicating in harmony. It is as if you have just completed building a magnificent house. The wiring is done. The rooms are ready. Every circuit connected and waiting. But the house remains dark until you turn on the main switch. You have built the structure. Now it's time to bring it to life. The power that animates this system is not physical. It is sound. Sound is the spark that awakens energy, the invisible force that turns structure into life. In the ancient mystery schools, the sages and scribes knew this truth deeply. Thoth, the great master of wisdom and sound, taught that words are not just symbols. They are living vibrations carrying power, intention, and creation. Every sound shapes reality. Every tone rearranges energy. The right vibration, spoken with awareness, can influence water, restructure matter, and reprogram the patterns of consciousness itself. You are now going to do exactly that. Merge vibration with intention. Through gentle rhythmic tapping and sacred sound, you will turn your body into a resonant instrument of light. Each place you tap will pair with a sound frequency, a spoken code that rewrites the subconscious and aligns your energy with higher order. You are not just thinking positively. You are vibrating truth through every cell of your being. Begin once more at the top of your head, the crown, also called the Baihui. With your fingers or a wooden spoon, tap lightly and rhythmically. Feel the resonance travel through your skull. Speak aloud the first phrase with warmth and conviction. I am very blessed. Don't just say it, feel it. Feel the gratitude rising in your heart, the quiet joy of being alive, of breathing, of existing in this very moment. Gratitude is the most magnetic of all vibrations. It tells the universe, I am ready to receive. When you truly feel blessed, you open invisible doors. More blessings begin to flow, drawn to the frequency you have become. Now move your tapping to the space between your eyebrows, the Yintang, the third eye, the portal of inner sight. Keep the rhythm gentle and steady. Speak the next phrase. I am very loved. Feel it echo in your chest. Let the words fill your body like light fills a room. You are not trying to convince yourself. You are remembering what is already true. Love is the natural frequency of your soul. As you speak, it begins to expand from your heart outward, melting fear, quieting anxiety, dissolving self-doubt. Every cell receives the message. It is safe to be here. You are loved, protected, and guided. Now, move to both temples and tap them together softly at the same time. Feel the rhythm connect both sides of your brain. With a joyful tone, say, I am very happy. Let it sound playful, free, and sincere. Feel the vibrations spreading through your head like golden waves, harmonizing the left and right hemispheres, releasing tension, washing away worry. Happiness is not something you chase or earn. It is a state of resonance you choose in the present moment. By speaking it, you shift your frequency. Your energy begins to match the vibration of joy, which then magnetizes experiences that reflect it back to you. Each of these statements, blessed, loved, happy, is not just language. It is sacred sound. Each phrase carries a code, a unique frequency of consciousness. Through your voice, you are transmitting these frequencies into your body. The vibration moves through your nervous system, through your cells, through the water that makes up most of your being. It tunes your inner instrument the same way a musician tunes a harp, until your entire field resonates in harmony with the higher song of creation. And now comes the final step, the simplest and most powerful of all. After moving through the top, the front, and the sides, after blessing yourself with gratitude, love, and joy, you finish with the most ancient affirmation in existence. I am. 2 words only, yet they contain everything. They are the original declaration of being. Before there was light, before there was time, consciousness said, I am. When you speak these words with awareness, you align yourself with that same creative source. You are not describing yourself. You are recognizing yourself. You are not adding meaning. You are returning to essence. In that silence after the words, you may feel something subtle yet unmistakable. The circuits hum softly. The energy flows with ease. Your whole being vibrates with coherence. The left and right, the above and below, the inner and outer, all have become one continuous field of living light. You have turned the power on. You have awakened the divine architecture within your brain and body. You may sense warmth in your crown, stillness in your mind, or a gentle expansion in your heart. These are signs that the system is alive. The house of your being is lit from within. Every cell glows with awareness. You are no longer trying to connect to the divine. You have become the connection itself. You are the vertical bridge between heaven and earth. You are the cross where spirit meets matter. You are the sound that shapes reality. You are the light that remembers itself. You are the living declaration, the sacred syllables spoken into existence by creation itself. You are the I am made visible. And now, in the quiet that follows, there is nothing to add and nothing to seek. The energy flows effortlessly. The balance is restored, and the presence of the divine breathes through you. You have activated the system. You have turned the light on. You have remembered who you are. You are not your past, your career, your mistakes, or your relationships. Those are experiences that come and go, but they are not the essence of who you are. Deep down, beyond all identities and stories, you are pure awareness, the silent witness of life itself. You are consciousness experiencing existence through the lens of a human body, a mind, and emotions. When you remember this, you reclaim your true power. When you speak the words, I am, you are not just saying a phrase. You are sealing your divine authority. You are declaring your energetic sovereignty. It is like a king signing his name at the bottom of a royal decree, making it law. The moment you finish an affirmation with I am, you anchor your awareness in truth. You are saying to the universe and to yourself, I am not an effect of my surroundings. I am the cause. I am not defined by what happens to me. I define what happens within me. This declaration transcends religion, philosophy, and belief systems. It is not tied to any specific path. It is the eternal truth behind them all. I am is the name of divine presence across every sacred text and tradition. For the spiritual seeker, it is the acknowledgement of the spark of God living within. For the one who does not believe in God, it is the ultimate declaration of personal power and responsibility. The recognition that the source of strength, peace, and creation lies within one's own consciousness. The words, I am, carry the frequency of creation itself, because every thought, emotion, and reality that follows them shapes the way you experience life. When you affirm, I am blessed, I am loved, I am happy, and seal them with, I am, you are doing more than repeating nice words. You are programming your consciousness. You are teaching your mind to align with a higher vibration of truth. You are taking full control of your inner world and no longer depending on the outer world to feel good. This simple act turns you into the master of your emotions instead of a servant to circumstances. You stop reacting to life and start creating from within it. You become a stable center in a moving world, grounded in your own frequency of peace, gratitude, and joy. You no longer wait for happiness. You generate it from the depth of your being. Science is slowly catching up with this ancient wisdom. Through the study of neuroplasticity and epigenetics, modern researchers are proving that the brain can reorganize itself, form new pathways, and even influence gene expression. Your thoughts and emotions send chemical signals that shape your physical and mental health. When you combine physical vibration, such as gentle tapping on specific points of the body, with focused intention and the repetition of positive mantras, you create a powerful state for transformation. The tapping increases blood flow and brain receptivity, releasing beneficial neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. The sound of your voice creates vibration through your skull, harmonizing both hemispheres of the brain. The focused intention directs your consciousness like a laser. Together, they become the ideal conditions for the brain to rewire itself. You are literally giving your brain new instructions on how to operate. Each time you practice, you strengthen neural pathways of clarity, memory, and calmness, while weakening the circuits of stress, anxiety, and confusion. Think of it like cleaning and upgrading a computer system. The tapping is the physical maintenance. It clears the system, defragments the drive, and opens communication channels. The mantras, I am blessed, I am loved, I am happy, are the new high-performance software you are installing. And when you end with the phrase, I am, you hit the enter key, executing the command and integrating the program into your entire operating system. You have just completed an energetic recalibration, an upgrade to your mental, emotional, and spiritual software. The next step is to make this a daily habit, a simple 3-minute ritual that strengthens your memory, calms your mind, and sharpens your awareness. It is ancient in origin yet perfectly suited for the modern world. It does not require years of training, complex yoga poses, or long hours of meditation. It only asks for 3 minutes, 180 seconds of your day. Practicing it in the morning helps you begin your day aligned and clear. Practicing it at night cleans your mind of accumulated thoughts and emotions before sleep. Think of it as energetic hygiene, just as essential as brushing your teeth, except this cleans your mind and spirit. Begin by sitting comfortably with your spine upright and your breathing calm. Hold a wooden spoon or your fingertips and take a deep breath. Start by gently tapping the top of your head, the crown point, keeping a soft and steady rhythm. As you tap, say aloud with feeling, I am very blessed. Feel the vibration spreading through your skull and into your entire body. Feel gratitude flooding your chest as if light is pouring into you from above. Sense that this light carries clarity, renewal, and connection, filling every cell of your being. Continue for 1 full minute without breaking the rhythm. Move to the point between your eyebrows, known as the Yintang, and continue tapping gently. Now speak the words, I am very loved. Feel the phrase melt through your mind and heart. Let each tap release tension, self-doubt, and old stories of unworthiness. Feel love rising from within, as if existence itself is hugging you in peace and safety. Stay there for another minute, allowing love to soften every thought and emotion. Then move the tapping to your temples on both sides of your head. Keep the rhythm and say, I am very happy. Feel joy vibrating through you. Sense both sides of your brain, logic and intuition, coming into balance. Allow a small smile to form as this happiness becomes real, spreading through your entire nervous system and dissolving any heaviness. Stay in this state for 1 more minute. To complete the ritual, tap each of the 3 points once, top of the head, between the eyebrows, and both temples, and say clearly and powerfully, I am. This final declaration unifies the energies of gratitude, love, and joy. It seals the new frequency within you and anchors your awareness fully into the present moment. You will feel grounded, awake, and peaceful, as though your entire being has been harmonized into one calm rhythm. This is not simply a mental exercise. It is an energetic reset. It clears away mental clutter, improves oxygenation in the brain, and enhances focus, memory, and emotional stability. Each time you practice, you are rewriting the story your mind tells your body about who you are. You are renewing the energy of youth, not by pretending to be younger, but by remembering the vitality that already lives inside you. When you practice consistently, you'll begin to notice changes that go far beyond better memory. Your creativity expands. Ideas and solutions begin to flow into your awareness as if whispered by something greater than you. You'll find yourself knowing what to do without overthinking, sensing the next step with quiet confidence. You will feel guided by a deeper intelligence, one that doesn't rely on logic, but on resonance and certainty. This is what Thoth called the awakening of energetic memory. It is the memory that does not depend on the brain alone. It is the ancient knowing that lives in your energy field and your DNA. The wisdom of the soul that remembers everything your mind has forgotten. When this memory awakens, you begin to think and act from your higher self, not from your fears. You move through life with a calm authority that others can feel but cannot explain. The real purpose of this ritual is not to return your mind to the agility of a 20-year-old, which is often full of restlessness and confusion, but to activate the timeless wisdom that transcends age. It allows you to combine the sharpness of youth with the depth of experience and the clarity of spirit. You begin to feel as if your consciousness itself is getting younger, lighter, and more radiant, while your wisdom grows deeper and more grounded. You reclaim the birthright of a mind as clear as a diamond, a heart as still as a lake, and a spirit as bright as the sun. No matter your age, you can live with the freshness of awareness and the peace of understanding. You can carry the vitality of the present moment wherever you go. By practicing this 3-minute ritual daily, you are not only enhancing your memory or focus, You are remembering who you truly are. You are awakening the part of you that has always been whole, powerful, and free. Each time you say, I am, you remind existence that you know your origin. You realign with the frequency of creation itself. The world outside may still move, but inside, you remain still, strong, and illuminated. That is the gift of this practice, the union of simplicity and divinity, the rediscovery of the eternal intelligence within. If these words resonate, say it aloud now. I activated my energetic memory. Each time you say it, you strengthen the signal between your consciousness and the universal field. You affirm that you are awake, aware, and connected. And if this message moves you, share it with someone who needs to remember. Every person who awakens adds more light to the collective mind of humanity. Every act of remembrance brings us closer to peace. You are not just healing yourself. You are helping the world remember what it means to be whole.